Say what? Lawrence left the damn Housewives of Atlanta because of homophobes and shit? Oh, see, this is how it starts. But before I even get into what was said in the BET interview, I just had to say this. That damn hat he's wearing in this picture, shut shit down. I'm just saying, Lawrence, you gotta let me borrow that motherfucker. Let me borrow that hat. All right, now on with the show. So BET did an interview with Lawrence from The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 7. Season 8 is coming up, and it looks like he quit the damn show. And basically they asked him about in the interview, and now the interview is longer than what I'm going to read to you that they wrote before I give my opinion. So if you want to read the whole thing, all you got to do is visit my blog at the link below, the meatmagazine.blogspot.com website. On this particular article, if you go to meatmagazine.blogspot.com, you're going to have to search for the shit there. Or you can just click the YouTube link below and visit this specific article, because a lot of you don't really listen well. There's a link beneath the video in the description box that'll take you right there. And at the beginning of this article, right underneath this photo, is the fucking link to the BET interview directly there. Okay? But anyways, let me read to you what they said. So BET asked Lawrence, and I quote, "Some people have felt like some of the women of Real Housewives of Atlanta are unconsciously homophobic. Nene saying, quote, Queen, Portia getting caught with her anti-gay video a couple years ago. Pause the story right there. Nah, I'm not going to let Portia go out like that. Portia never said anything anti-gay. All she did was express her opinion, her humble opinion, and Portia Almighty Christ never does anything wrong. The goddess of my universe, the air that I breathe, Portia Almighty Christ is always right. They just made that stupid shit up. She did not have an anti-gay video. The only thing that she said was that, you know, from a religious standpoint, maybe she isn't too, you know, into the gay thing. Okay, she didn't say anything negative about gays. She just merely expressed her opinion. She said nothing inflammatory. That's bullshit. Back to what BET wrote. Nene saying, quote, Queen, Portia getting caught with her anti-gay video a couple years ago, and Marlo saying maggot with an F. Are people being too critical, or is there some unconscious homophobia? Lawrence said this to BET. Now, these were his words. I left the Housewives of Atlanta for that very reason. Well, that's one of the reasons that I left. We don't hold a lot of women accountable for cultural appropriation. They love to borrow from the culture, steal intellectual property from the gay community, and most of them don't give back. The first time an inflammatory situation arises, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, quote, Queen, or the whole F-bomb. The one episode where Kenya Moore's friend got beat up at Nene's party, no one was held accountable. There was no real apology put in place. I knew then that was not a place to occupy my time. I knew that there's no way I can call myself a social activist and be a real activist for my community on that show. I'm not angry with them. I just think they need to be educated. At some point, we as a community have to make them respect us. It saddens me that most gay prides, especially black gay pride, when they want to book celebrities and look on the flyers, there's Portia Williams on the flyer, Nene Leakes or Marlo Hampton. What exactly have they done for our community? We don't hold them accountable. So then BET goes on to say to him, are you saying part of the reason you left the show was because of the homophobia you saw? He replied by saying, I don't want to call them homophobic. And that's not what I'm saying. I don't think they're homophobic. What I'm saying is they need to be held accountable for the cultural appropriation, and they need to understand how to respect our culture. What's appropriate to say and what's not. I can almost assure you that if a white man was on a reality TV show and he got upset with a black woman and said, black bitch, it would be a huge uproar across America. But it's okay if a black woman calls a gay man a queen or a maggot with an F. Some of these women, especially Marlo Hampton, when she said that years ago, it was a teachable moment for her. She did, excuse me, the gay Illuminati just put a burp in my throat. She didn't know it was because of the way she was raised. She expressed that to me. She came to me privately and apologized. It was a teachable moment, and a person like that I can respect. Finally, the other part I'm going to read to you guys. BET said to Lawrence, and I quote, "Did you ever feel like you were an accessory to these straight women on Atlanta Housewives?" He replied by saying, "Absolutely. Not everybody. I have a genuine friendship with some of the girls, but I do know that most of it came out of convenience. Most of it came out of being the token gay, the go-to person. Oh, I need a new word to say. I need some gay slang. How do I say yes? All of that type of stuff. When you know better, you do better. With me, I'm moving in a different direction just with who I am. So I'm still friends with all the girls and I love them dearly. They'll do well." End quote. Okay, he said some very interesting shit. Now remember, this is not the whole interview. If you want the whole juicy interview, you gotta just visit bet.com or visit my blog. The link is there. Let me see. Jeez, he said so much in so few words. I mean, he out of these three questions, oh my God, there's so many places I can go with this. Let me see here. First of all, he said that these black women are borrowing from gay culture, stealing intellectual property from the gay community, and most of them don't give back. What the fuck is stealing from gay culture? What is the gay community? I didn't know gays were in a community. I thought everybody was free. Unless, I thought that the word community meant common unity. What's the common unity? You're unified by the fact that you're gay? A lot of gay people hate each other. There's some gay people who wish that the whole world was gay. And there's some gay people who are fine with people being whatever they are. And then there's some gay people on the other side of the spectrum who wish that they were straight. And they would do anything to become straight. They'll even go through therapy or whatever to try to psychologically remove the gay from them. To extract the homosexuality. You know what I mean? Like, different gay people have different agendas. Some gay people are pro-feminism and that's their thing. Some people are pro-gay and that's their thing. They want people to be gay and think gay things. Some of them want for all straight people to try homosexuality because they believe that everybody's bi anyway. If you listen to what different people say, they'll give you different takes on it. There's some gay men who are married to a woman and they're openly gay. And they'll tell you flat out, look, I had to get married because I want to have children. Or they had to get married because they don't believe in homosexuality. Everybody doesn't believe the same thing. Everybody doesn't speak the same way. Everybody doesn't walk the same way. Everybody doesn't talk the same way. I feel like he's stereotyping homosexuals. It's just like, I know better, for example, than to pretend that all gay men are sissies and act like none of them are masculine. Like they don't have manly qualities. There's plenty of them that do have very manly qualities. Look at, for example, Milan Christopher from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I wouldn't know that dude was gay just by looking at him. He's one of the rare ones. I know it's rare, but he just doesn't really look gay to me. Now, Lawrence, on the other hand, when the second I saw him, I knew Lawrence was fruity. I knew he smelled like potpourri. I'm just saying. No offense, Mr. Lawrence. Well, I know you call yourself Miss Lawrence, but I'm not. I take that back. See, here we go. Here's the fuckery. Here's the bullshit. Lawrence. I'll be neutral and call you Lawrence. Excuse me. If Lawrence ever hears this, do not smack me. Okay? Unless you're gonna smack me with that hat. Then I have an excuse to snatch and put it on top of my head. That motherfucker fly. But anyways, the point is, though, let me see. What else did he go on to say? He said, he thinks that they need to be educated. What do they need to be educated in? I mean, yeah, I can understand you not wanting them to call you the F word, maggot with an F. That's disgusting. Unless somebody does something where it warrants being called that. Now, if somebody's they get into a little tiff and the first thing that they say is, they definitely need to expand their vocabulary. I mean, if that's the first word you go to, that could be potentially discriminatory, depending on how they used it in what context and whatnot. Because I think a big part of the problem is the fact that a lot of gay men don't understand that there's certain rules of engagement and certain conduct that's expected between a man and a woman in America. Like, for example, they say a man doesn't put his hands on a woman, and you don't speak to a lady that way and all this stuff. And the problem arises from the fact that a lot of gay men think that they're one of the girls, and a lot of women are dumb enough to play this game like they're one of the girls. Of course, until a gay man, a tranny or whatever, beats some woman to death one day with his bare hands, and then he'll realize that that's a man and they want to charge him as a man. We have, special considerations for women because women are generally physically weaker and generally emotionally weaker than men. Is it like that in all cases? No. Damn near all of them. Yeah. So we treat women with kitty gloves. That's the way it is right now. Now, I believe in equality. You put your hands on somebody, they have the right to physically defend themselves and whatnot. But a lot of gay men try to play this game where they walk this thin line of being a woman when they want to and being a man when they want to. They're like wearing a costume. All that switch hitting shit. I don't respect that. If you're a gay man, you're just a man to me. That's why, no offense, I'm not calling Lawrence Miss Lawrence, because he's not a miss. He's a mister. I'm not going to go out of my way to be disrespectful to him. If I ever spoke to Lawrence, I would never tell him, you're Mr. Lawrence, you're a man. I wouldn't tell him that stupid shit, because I'm sure he knows that deep down inside, and I just don't think it's my place to tell him that. See what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't go out of my way to disrespect him. Anyways, in the second question and answer, he said, they need to understand and respect the gay culture. What is the gay culture? Little corny little words and phrases, and that's what being a gay person is. Being a character. So you become a character because you lack character. Do you understand how marginalized? I mean, you're confining yourself to a very small box when you say that there's a certain way that gay people act. You're basically saying that being gay is an act. And you wonder why homosexuality to some people is not respected. Because that's acting like a weirdo. If these women can imitate you, then that means that something's wrong. Because people can act like you. There's a certain way that you act. That means you've not developed as an individual. And that's sad and that's scary. That there's a gay way of being. Anyways, in the third question and answer, he goes on to say he was the token gay guy. Rather, the token gay. That's how he worded it. And I think that's interesting because I mentioned this before in videos, and I'm going to actually have to do a video about it, about the fact that a lot of women, particularly black women, have a gay man as their accessory, or as I like to call them, a gay pet. He's like the rich blonde-haired white girl with the little funky dog in the pocketbook. Like, that's what the gay guy is. All he is a gay pet that she's using to, I don't want to say enhance her image, but basically the gay pet is like there to echo her sentiments and to flatter her ego. And that's right, girl. And to provide entertainment. He's like a court gesture to her, a pet to her, and basically something to use, like a napkin. You wipe your mouth with it, throw it away, because you could just get another one. They're disposable gays, disposable gay pets, and it's disgusting. And I hate the fact that a lot of gay men are treated that way. And the reason why I hate it is because I think it's just rude. I think that it's unfair. And I don't like it when somebody becomes the token black friend. So why would I be okay with them being the token gay friend? It's offensive. Either be friends with somebody genuinely or don't. Like, for example, Kenya Moore and Lawrence, I think that they may be actual friends. I don't know if she's using him or not. I don't know whether or not he's her gay pet. But I do know that from what I saw, their friendship seems to be genuine, and kudos to them for it. I hope you guys love each other, and I hope you're true friends, and I hope you'll always be friends. And I'm not just saying that because Kenya's fine as hell. Anyways, this is all my opinion. What the hell do I know? I'm just a blogger from hell. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels and visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.